the teams looking for their first win of the weekend. Nadal, the Mexico captain, sits this one out. Calderon, Samano and Pons, the forwards are Chavez, Garner, Henning and Arredondo. Pretty much a settled side. Mututantri leads Sri Lanka, and he has Ramanayaka and Dayan up front. Ranjan, Suribandara, Disanayaka and Dharmapala complete the Sri Lankan lineup. So here come the teams then of Mexico and Sri Lanka. Which one of these teams, I wonder, will secure its first win of the weekend? That is the record of Sri Lanka. Don't often see them on the international sevens circuit. We've seen them in Hong Kong in the past, and we've seen Mexico more recently in the Hong Kong qualifiers. Teams that are looking for core team status on the World Rugby Sevens Series circuit. So joining me, Wyn Griffith, is Carl Tanana here in the commentary box. And water finds its own level, doesn't it, on the second day of competition in sevens. So this could be a quite entertaining game.
Oh, most definitely. Win, and well, for Mexico, but playing South Korea where they got duly beaten, quite competitive, this Mexican team. When Sri Lanka, well, you can't underestimate what it means for them gaining this experience on the stage.
That is the crucial thing. Ben Kraus of South Africa is the referee for this match. It's a testament to the fitness of these players that they play 6 games on a weekend. Recovery is all important, and you can see from the body shapes of the Sri Lankan players in particular how they've developed over the years. No less than 6 members of the Sri Lankan side play for top championship side Kandy up in the hills of Sri Lanka. So Mexico in first possession on their own 22.
Ruck first, too late on that side, no. Over there.
Alejandro Chavez took it in. There's Gonzalo Pons, who wanted to get on with play there.
Yeah, they had to come back to the mark and see there the number 4, Chavez, is pointing to the sideline. They'll take it to the set piece and get out of their own 22. But Pons is so integral to this Mexican effort. This last game he ran himself to a standstill.
So Miguel Carner finds touch on halfway. Mexico, known as the Los Serpientes, the Serpents. They qualified for Monaco here by finishing 3rd at the NACRA, the North American and Caribbean Sevens Association, behind Canada and winners USA. Canada, they're already out of the championship qualifier, and here comes Sri Lanka through Ramanayaka, strolls in for the opening score.
Well, a missed line out there from Mexico was their throw-in, and Ramanayaka was the one that pounced on it straight away. They haven't touched the ball once in attack. See here, Chavez is the one that throws in. It was overthrown. It just bounces cruelly for the number 4, but it pops up nicely for Kanchana Ramanayaka.
They've got some serious pace of the Sri Lankans. Again, it's the physicality against some of the leading nations in this tournament that they found difficult to cope with. They lost to Germany, to Canada and to Uruguay, Morocco earlier on today, but they're in the lead here against Mexico. Pons. Little show. Chavez, and it comes now then. Mexico looking to respond. Pass is not crisp enough, not going to hand.
Nothing to touch.
Speak about those games that these teams play with fatigue, obviously setting into this Mexican team, but inaccurate at the start of this one.
Just about kept in play by Jason Disanaika. Pass was forward, so Richard Kelly calls them back.
Really coming into the heat of the day, and just these little skills, micro skills such as that. Yeah, it's gone half a metre forward, unfortunately. Just needed to get back a little bit because the space and the option was right.
So midway through the first half, scrum on the Sri Lankan 22.
Fine.
Look how deep the Mexican backs are standing. Miguel Carner passing again, not what they would want it to be, and Henning heads off towards the Sri Lankan 22. A loud blast on the whistle tells you that referee Ben Krause is not happy with that. Going off the feet. Srinath Surya Bandara. There's 5 for Sri Lanka. This is the captain, Mutu, as he is known, Sudarshan Mututantri. A good step from Kanchana Ramanaika. Again, Sri Lanka in the hunt here into the Mexican half. Good work, good play. The direct running. Create space out wide. Could be a second try here. This is the best we've seen from Sri Lanka. And over the try line goes Srinath Surya Bandara. And the try has been allowed. Just a question mark perhaps whether it was grounded, but it's the first try in Monaco this weekend for the Sri Lankan number 5.
Yeah, some nice footwork in the lead up to this try. You can see here, ball in 2 hands, little in and away, smooth as you please, isn't it? Only a slight play. He was monstered at the end, but he gets it down nicely for their second try. And Sri Lanka, well, 2 opportunities and 2 scores.
So to convert his own try, just drops short. Sri Lanka have a firm hold on this match. They lead Mexico by 10-0, 2 tries to the good. As the clock runs down to a minute remaining on this first half. The Tuskers, as Sri Lanka are known. Remember, in the main competition in Hong Kong just over a year ago, Sri Lanka pushed Portugal and Samoa hard in the Hong Kong Sounds. They were the guest team, and far from disgraced themselves. And they're looking good here, looking confident.
No harm, shoulder tackle.
Ball is available. And there are runners once again offering themselves. Arching the back there was Disanaika. Well, this is the best of Sri Lanka this weekend.
Oh, they play with confidence. I'm just going to have someone called out here. I think it's Pons, but Disanaika, he does well because he does some great footwork, gets through the hole, uses his speed, gets the ball punched out, catches it and puts it down. A lot of skill.
Not now.
And this try, watch it here when he receives the ball. Right here, ball in 2 hands, slices through the hole, gets punched out, catches it, keeps his composure, puts it down before the end. Well done.
Difficult kick. Drops wide of the mark. Sri Lanka have increased their lead to 15 points as we approach the break.
I've actually got a Sri Lankan jersey in my collection. I remember playing them in Malaysia.
The famous Sevens tournament, aren't they? Used to be the Singer Sevens, then the Carlton Sevens. And quite a few foreign players, Fijians in particular, have been plying their trade in Sri Lanka over the years. Wasn't Setavana Thakka one of the leading Sevens players in Fiji? Wasn't he involved, well, not so long ago before he returned home? And I think some of the Kenyans as well. Collins Injera, the top try scorer ever on the Sevens of the World Sevens circuit, had a spell out in Sri Lanka. So Mexico looking to get back into this match. Trailed by 3 scores, and good pressure being applied here by Sri Lanka. Pons digs it out, has a look, offloads to Chavez. Looks promising, but again, good tackling. And in very quickly to get his hands on the ball was Suri. Mexico are a man down at the moment. It's a neat-looking kick. The guy covering there for Sri Lanka, Kanchana Ramanaika, he's got a fair turn of speed himself.
Pushed him without the ball.
He's denied Mexico what could have been a score. There's no better time to score, is there, than just before the referee blows the whistle for half-time. That'll be the last piece of action of this entertaining first half, certainly from a Sri Lankan perspective. 3 tries, 15-0, their lead. Teams gather in the huddle at the break, take on much needed water. Matt Turner on the right here, former England Sevens representative, also 5 years experienced and knowledgeable, now sharing that experience and knowledge as a coach of Sri Lanka.
1, 2, 3, up. Okay, last one. Yep. Okay, no changes at half time. Sticking to plan, we stick to plan, it works, okay? We know we can attack, our defense is working brilliantly. When we get the ball, move it like we're moving it. Change absolutely nothing. Keep the same mindset, 0-0, half time. Let's repeat our first half, okay? I need another 5 good minutes, okay? Out of the squad, okay? From the kickoff. When we score first here, we will run away with the game. That's our aim, okay?
I should clarify myself, perhaps Matt Turner played for England but born and raised in South Africa. Probably detected a hint of the South African accent. Barking out the orders, here's Miguel Carner, plays for a club calls itself the Black Thunder. They had some thunder and lightning here in Monaco in the early hours of the morning. The air is pretty much clearer as a result of those thunderstorms.
1, 2, 3!
Miguel Carner providing a little of his own thunder. Not happy with his team's efforts. He'll be down 1 man by the looks of it for the second half.
Yeah, that's Alejandro Chavez. He took a shot in the back of his kidneys there, and they're never nice, those ones that he's struggling. Obviously, you can see he got the punch, but definitely so Miguel kind of giving his team a bit of a rev up, because in their quarter-final they actually played very well in a losing effort, and they haven't even fired a shot in this one here in Sri Lanka. Well, you can see the little nuances. They watch the top teams play on the 7th circuit. They see South Africa use that breathing technique just to slow down everything before they go into the huddles.
So let's see how Mexico go in this second half. They trail by 15-0. Carlton Anna just referring there to their game earlier on this morning against Zimbabwe, where they lost by 19-10, and they're in the hunt here right from the restart. Now then, was that a double movement? That is the question. Try given.
That's where they have the advantage. They're big men, Mexico. Gonzalo Pons or Roberto Calderon, see him here, just determination physically. That is the mismatch all day long, and Samano was the one just a bit short, but gets it over in the second nudge.
So far it's Samano gives his team some hope at the top of the second half, and that'll inspire them surely. Samano plays his rugby in Monterrey. So 15 plays 5. And Mexico have it from the restart, but the Sri Lankan player suffered from an illegal challenge in the air, and still down is Dansha Dayan. On his way is Richard Dharmapala. Dharmapala for the try line, hauled down by Gonzalo Pons.
On the 5.
Will get the penalty. has to be taken from the mark. Disanaika. Out it goes to the man with the gas. And that's Ramanayaka, Kanchana Ramanayaka. Just a check with the referee's assistant on the far side. And she confirms that the try is good. And Sri Lanka struck back.
Yeah, quick tack there by Disanyaka, and they get it out wide where this guy here, ball in two hands, Ramanayaka, gets a double for the match. I'm very impressed with the Sri Lankans across the board. They're very quick, aren't they, Win?
They certainly are. It's in the contact area. That's where they have come unstuck in this tournament. We can see from the body shapes that they've been applying themselves in the gym. Shirts pretty tight around the biceps.
And you spoke about the influence of Fijians and New Zealanders going over there. You can see that they do have a sevens knowledge. Just get their physical stature up, they will be able to compete with some of these other teams.
Now what's key for them is to keep the ball away from the contact area if they can, but they're looking good at the moment. The conversion was an excellent one, almost from the touchline, 22-5, and that's Sri Lanka's lead. As Juan Pablo Andrade climbed high for that one, unopposed. Restart. Good feet. Neat step from Luis Arredondo, another representative of the Black Thunder club, no less than 4-5 representatives from that club in this squad, coached by Simon Pierre, Kiwi born. A neat pass back inside as Samano goes in the hunt for his second try, and Mexico have the advantage of the runners here, but not up with play initially. There's this guy.
Leave it now, leave it. Second bite.
That was Arredondo.
Okay, release.
Then Kraus playing advantage.
Advantage over.
Andrade passing not perfect.
And the advantage for side.
Advantage again, and that advantage is over now to Mexico. They can work the man clear on the left. Garner choosing to go back into contact. Another penalty on its way to Mexico unless Arredondo can get to the try line. Steps out of the tackle, turns, twists, accepts the challenge of Disanaika. Gonzalo Pons. There's no way going to stop this guy from 10 meters out. Those long flowing locks of his make him look a little quicker than perhaps he is.
Oh, but he's a grafter, Gonzalo Pons. We saw him just moments earlier tracking back and saving the side momentarily in defence. Well, on this occasion, you can see he's always tracking the ball. There was no one there. They're pretty slow to get back and reset in defence, Sri Lanka. And well, he gets their second try back in this one, Mexico.
Blowing heavily. It's been a long 2 days. This is the 5th game for both these quads. I heard Matt Turner say, I want another 5 minutes out of the squad. Well, 2 minutes to go, and reinforcements are on for Sri Lanka. One or two guys, I think, have been shopping for some flashy boots. There they are in centre field.
Okay.
Make you feel good, don't they? A new pair of boots, Carl.
Yeah, I don't know about that colour though. Bright green and I like the orange.
Lost forward by Fazil Marija, most experienced player in the Sri Lankan squad.
Under pressure, knock on.
Mexico, they want to hurry up here. They're 2 scores away from Sri Lanka.
Number 7, stop.
2 unconverted tries, if they're able to get a try here and
This is the mark. Let's get ready.
score straight off that, have time for a kick-off.
Crouch. Fine.
The leading nations, they know how to get on with play and know how to manage the final minute 30 or so. How to claim the scores. Mexico need to score quickly here if they are to get anything out of this match. Pons with a step, and out it goes to Farid Samano. The 2 try scorers for Mexico in concert there. Arredondo has a look. Good clearing out there by Gonzalo Pons, but unfortunately for him, the ball had been nudged forward.
in this game, the Sri Lanka team really have muscled up, especially in the second 7 minutes at the breakdown. They've taken everything from the Mexicans. The Mexicans have been caught up and trying to go one-on-one with them and run over the top of them. I think if they moved it, get their big guys in holes, and they'd be more effective. But unfortunately for them, they haven't been able to do that. Sri Lanka have made their tackles.
Fine. Sit.
So just some 30 seconds or so for Sri Lanka to hold out for their first win, which will be a very popular win, no doubt, back home. Some great reporting of their rugby matches in the various papers in Sri Lanka. And we do our research, we troll the newspapers. Teams of Havelocks, Colombo, and Kangi, of course. Mr. Ranjan, he plays for the Havelock Sports Club, a centre in 15s. Very often a playmaker.
Counter-ruck's good.
There is the siren. This will be the last to play, and can Mexico have the final word? There's pace here, shown by the replacement Luis Angel Galindo. Takes the ball right out to the near touchline here. Pons sends in two Sri Lankan defenders. Caught by the shirters, there was Christian Henning, and it's going to be a try for Luis Fernando Errejon to round it off for Mexico. Not quite enough in the end. The second try of the weekend for the Mexican number 2.
Yeah, good piece of play there. Again, integral to that whole part of it was Gonzalo Ponzi. God, way he made that pass, and well, they will get the finish they wanted. Unfortunately, just a couple of points too late, but Sri Lanka too good.
Yeah, Sri Lanka then fully deserving of their first win of the